Hey y'all, it's Rachel from J&R Creations, and today we are going to be working on a grapevine wreath. Let's move you up a little bit. Okay. So we're going to be using a 12-inch wreath frame or grapevine frame, and I thought I had this all cleaned up, but I guess I didn't. So we are just going to clean it up, tie it, tighten it a little bit, and then get started. And I personally just clean it up and do all that because I don't want it falling out. I just think it looks kind of to me, I think it looks bad when stuff is falling out of a grapevine. So I usually clean it up and do everything that needs to be done for it. So we're just going to give it a little quick cleaning. And all I'm doing when I clean it is any loose ones, any ones that if someone were to grab it, I want to make sure it's not going to poke them. And I also want to make sure it is just looking nice and neat. So there's not a whole bunch on here. I might have started this one and then just forgot to finish. And then I'll decide which side I want to do for the front and which side I want to do for the back. Because sometimes these will have like dirt and like leaves in them. So I don't want all that falling out when you're trying to move it around. So that's why I clean it up. And it doesn't take very long to clean or anything. So that's nice. But that's just all I do. I kind of go around, see what's poking out, see what's sharp, see what isn't. And once I kind of think I have one side done, then I'll go to, and some of it poking out isn't bad. I just really want to make sure it's not going to hurt anybody. Because you know it is wood, it sticks and stuff. So once one side's finished, I'll turn it over like this one right here. I can tell will be an issue. And I'll just kind of run my hands over it just to make sure that there's nothing sharp that's going to hit anybody. Great, Clove, thank you. All places. You just had to come in my room and do it. Well, craft room. And now I can't stretch out. Or maybe I can a little. So I hope everyone's doing well today. Everyone's having a good day. These ones will be on replay for 30 days on here before they get deleted. But I am thinking about maybe after it's all done and everything, like downloading it and moving it to my YT channel so that it doesn't go away. So that, oops, everyone can see them longer if they want to. It has the same name and the same logo up there, so let me see something. So now we're just going to get it tied up a little bit. And then we'll continue on. trying to see if I can maybe share the live on here. So we'll see what happens. Now I have this. You get this at any craft store. Can't quite remember what it's called, but I have it brown so that it matches with the Grapevine. So then all I do, but now that it's pretty much cleaned up, now I just have to decide which side I like better for the top and the bottom. I don't have it as cleaned up as I thought. This side is going to be our top, and then this will be our bottom because it sits a little better. So I think that's what we'll do. I'll just check for any little pokey thingies. I see. Maybe you can't push it out. Oops, give me just a second. No, just a second. So, we're going to take some of this and I'm going to cut like, I don't know, 5 or 6 pieces. And see where we go from there. All right. So now when we do this, since this is going to be the front, since this is going to be the top and this is going to be the bottom, what I do is take that and I twist it a few times and then I wrap it around so that it holds tight, and that one was way too short. But I guess it's better than nothing. And then I tie it together here, wrap it around like 3 or 4 times. And where is it? Right here. Then I'll go just a little bit farther out. And I'll just find places where I feel like it could be tighter in there. And that's for two reasons. One, it just looks a little bit more put together. And two, it will hold everything that we're gluing in better. I can't get that. Very frustrated here. So it should not be that hard to cut off. For some reason. Whatever. So I'm going to grab it right here. And we are going to tie it. I don't know why I got all these so short. Ay. There. And we'll add a few more on. And then we'll start putting everything on. So one of the first things I'm going to start with is my greenery. Probably going to add two more just to make sure it's really secure. Because like, see how loose that is? As you go to put stuff in, it's not going to hold in there. It's going to slide through. So just gonna do a couple twists. And this one I actually cut longer. But you really want to get it around more than once or twice just to help it stick. But otherwise, I mean, even once around or twice around is okay, but I just like to have more. I feel like it gets it a better grip and just is a lot easier then. I feel a sharp spot. So, if you're watching this in the replay, let me know where you're watching from. Comment down below. Or if you're watching now, let me know where you're watching from. Okay. I think that's the piece I felt. Okay, so now we're going to get started with, and I forgot to get my glue gun going. Yeah, I'm getting low on glue sticks. Hey, what are you? That's why you aren't sitting there. So I just got to get, through today's and tomorrow's live. So I'll try to just get through with 4. But kind of doing like a purplish blue with maybe like hints of pink, because that's what we have here for our main flowers. They're like a dark purple, like a brighter purple, and then like a pink. And I should have grabbed a pink. I don't know if I have pink. So then we have these. And then some of these. Some more of those. And then some lavender. I have some of these to put in between like the other ones. And we also have a few of these flowers, so I'm going to kind of be using a little bit of everything. I feel like this is going to be a really good just like summer wreath. Definitely the first thing I want to start with, and I'm probably going to make this my top. So it's going to look like this. And then we're just going to kind of fill it down, and we're going to do a big bow up top. And so we are going to get started with these. This is the greenery I'm going to use. I forgot what they're called. I'm sorry, everybody. So we're going to start with these, and then when we do these, I'm going to kind of like kind of start as close to the top here as I can and have them come down. And see, even right here, it's still a little loose. So we're going to push those in, or start with the outside, and I'm going to glue them in. I'm going to glue as I go. Clove. Just kind of splitting them up in case I need them all, so I have the equal amount on each side. Because whatever you do, when you're doing a grapevine, you really want to try whatever you do on one side, you do on the other, so it stays balanced. It doesn't have to be in the exact same places, but you definitely want it to be, so like if I were to put a bigger, like if I were to put one of these like right here, and I decide I want one down here, it's kind of balancing it. But you'll see as we keep going. And then these, I'm just cutting the stems a little shorter because I don't want that long in there, because as we start adding other stuff, it is going to be a little bit harder to add more and more. Oops. Where did I kick you off at? Right there. So I am overlapping them a little bit, and it's okay if they stick up a little bit, because you kind of want it to look, you know, like it's leaves and flowers from outside, and they don't all sit flat, you know. But I may pull it down a little bit because I didn't mean to have it overlapping so much. Doesn't hurt to have it overlapping a little bit, but yeah. Alright, so we're just going to put this together. And then, now that we kind of started on that side, and it's okay when you put your bow on, if it covers some of this, that's perfectly okay. I just like to kind of get that started. And I know we're going to use a purple in here, but I haven't decided if we're going to use like kind of a cream color or if we're going to use like a a more neutral color, so like the purple and the black and white. So we'll just see when we kind of get to the end here what we think. Then I have one. I have another grapevine that I have to do. It's a custom one. I was just waiting for butterflies to come in. And those butterflies came in. So I'll be working on that between like tomorrow and this weekend. So I can get that out. Because I keep changing stuff. Because I find stuff I like better. When I do a custom or any wreath, I want to make sure it looks perfect. So if I'm not a fan of what is going on, then I'll change it. But I still stay in that, obviously, price range because we agree on one. So I just had to do a little bit of hiccups. So I'm going to keep going down because this one is sitting a little differently than like this one. I kind of actually like how that is. That's okay. So I'll add some more in over here. Because I am probably going to, I'm not going to cover completely, but I want it to go down as much as, like, probably to about right there for the main, and then I'm going to add some on the sides and on this side, just to kind of make it fuller. But it's okay, when you do a grapevine, it's okay if you have some of the grapevine showing. That is not at all a big deal. Like, you can even stop it here, or you could just do one half and then have like a bow hanging. That's totally up to you. But for this one, I decided I just kind of wanted to go as far down as I could. So that's what we're doing. I'm going to have to add one more on this side. That one's a little farther. And I want them to be as even as I can. So that's good enough. And now I'm going to start adding on the sides. And I know, like, the flowers and everything have like leaves and stuff, but petals, but I still want to add some more in. The important thing, which I forgot to mention, one of the more important things when you're doing a grapevine is you want it to kind of flow the same way. You don't want some going this way, some going up this way, and all of that, because then it just looks, it looks very crowded and quite honestly a little bit crazy. So at least that's my opinion, and everybody I kind of see doing also kind of just goes one way, almost everybody. Because, I mean, when you look at it and it's going all different ways, it's just when, with your, I don't know, it's something about how you see things and it just looks a little bit crazy to me. So, I mean, not for everybody, but I definitely keep mine always going the same way. So, like, if I'm going to fill it this way, I'm going to kind of curve and then curve. But, like, you want to make sure you kind of do it halfway. So since this is like more of my top, like this half is going this way and this half is going down this way. So you don't want to go down and then come up, because that looks a little funny too. Kind of want to keep a smooth flow with it, which is what I am doing here. So then, like I said, I'm just adding some to the outside and some to the inside. You probably won't need as much to the outside as you would the middle. So just kind of making sure you're not seeing a whole lot. So I'll probably add one more here. And then as we add flowers and everything, I'll add one more there, and then I'll put some on the inside here. And then as we add flowers, it's going to kind of fill it up too. So that does help. And I still didn't tighten it enough because I can still, some of these want to just slide right through. So and a little bit right there just to hold it into place. And I do have more greenery if I decide it needs more, but I really do think this is going to, just this that I am putting on is going to be more than enough, especially once we start adding all of our other stuff. So just going to add a couple more pieces in here. And I'm going to try to get them more on the side because that's where I want more of it at, rather than coming on top. So that is just what I'm working on. So once I'm done here, I'll show you. I think I might add a little bit more down lower. So, just gonna put that one in there. Just felt like it looked a little off still. So I'll just kind of have that one poking like right there. Well, and that pulled out. There we go. So that's what one side looks like all filled up, which I like. Probably didn't need quite as much, but still okay. So now I'm going to throw some on the side here. And this one I'm just kind of putting a little bit more up. Right here. And then from there we'll kind of stick it into the side a little bit more. So that it kind of is coming where I want it to. Like I said, you can always move stuff. A lot of this stuff is bendable. So then you just kind of add what you like. feel like maybe I took some from this side. Ay, ay, ay. But I think we only need one more on this side, and then the few that I have left, it should be good for the inside. That's a lot. Okay, and then one more over here. Yeah, and then I think that'll be good. And then the few we have left, we will put on the inside. I have one right there too, so that is good. That one I think I'm just going to add in right there. And this one we'll add in right here. And then our last one we'll kind of add in right down there. And then we can start adding our flowers. So how has everybody's day been? Mine has been busy. This morning I did some cleaning, some dishes, stuff like that. Posted some videos on my TikTok, and I don't know if I'm gonna like this all in together. And then I babysat for a couple hours, then I came home, made dinner, and came on here. Oh, and then I went through the box with the butterflies that finally came in for my custom one. So now I can get going on that. And I can't wait to show her because it's going to look gorgeous. So tomorrow I'll fold some laundry and didn't even slide in there, and work on that and babysit for a little bit and cook dinner. And live on TikTok. Oh, that one should have been in the middle. So let me pull that one out. I cut that one kind of short, so we're going to add this one. See, and then when it sits up, it's kind of sitting up. And then we're going to kind of put this one in the middle, like this. And that one I did cut a little too short, so it's probably just going to hang a little differently. And you know what? That's okay. So they don't have to hang perfect either, and I'll probably end up hanging some on the outsides too. Then this one can kind of hit right here. I do want to make sure you can see them when it's hanging up. So, have that one in there. Now on the other side, I am going to have them, but I'm probably going to kind of do them. Oh, I didn't cut it too short. It's just the way they're cut. Probably going to kind of do it the opposite, like have this one more up top here now. And then get those glued in. Last one here at the bottom, but maybe just not all the way down like that one is. So we're going to kind of throw it in, and then I'm going to add to it. And what I think I want to add in is some of this, and like kind of have it hanging down a little bit. Oh yeah. We're going to put some of this in. So I do want to get a little bit more pink, and I might actually see if I have a pink ribbon that I want to use with this. Maybe do the purple with some pink. I'm going to cut that down a little bit. I should put these in first. I didn't realize, like, now I'm gonna lay. Let's see. And I actually do kind of like that. So I think I have 2 sections, so we'll probably put 2 on each side here. Ew. There's a whole bunch of wires that just came off of there. And then this one we'll kind of throw like right in here. And kind of get it laying around it too. Let it kind of come out this way, and that's good. We're kind of doing the same here. know, just kind of letting it hang a little crazy. And get that glued in. And then, where did the other two pieces go? There one. I'm just going to kind of trim this up. And this one we're going to kind of do the same thing. We're going to throw it underneath, kind of spread it out. And then I have one more for that side. Ooh. That one was a little rough. And this one we're going to kind of get under. Okay. And that is okay. And we're going to kind of slide this one under here. Maybe. I think some of it is it's just because it is, the wires are showing, but you won't see that when it's in here. It's just getting it in there so all the wires are in. Okay. So we got that. And that is what it's looking like so far. So when it's hanging, I want to make sure you can see like the flowers. Like that. And then we're going to add a little bit of lilac in. This one looks a little too purplish, so we're not going to use that one. So I'll put that back for something, or bluish, sorry. But although these kind of, do you match that? This does have some blue on it, so maybe we will use some of it. Kind of put it on the sides and the insides and the outsides, along with some of the purple. You know, kind of just blend it in there. So I'm like, I know for sure regardless of how I hang this, I want this blue flower and I want it up here because it is a little bigger. And I'll probably put one on each side. Or I'll put one there, and then once I get the bow in, I'll put the other one above it. And then put another of the roses like hanging underneath the bow. So do these, and do more of this. I think those are all the same. These are all the same, so we're going to cut up some of this and we're going to have it dangling. And then I'll probably add some of those other purple flowers on the sides too, along with the two stems with the bluish in it. So I'm going to cut up two of these. And we're just going to kind of go, like when we go to put it in, kind of have it in here. And we're just going to have it sticking out the side. And then we're going to add the purple, the blue, the purple, the blue. So kind of when it's done, see? And then we'll add another blue. Cut that down a little bit. And just kind of have it peeking out. See? So that way, as it's hanging there, I got some stuff going on over here. And then we can take some of these. I'm not even gonna lie, I don't like the leaves on them. So I'm gonna take that and we're gonna kind of hang it. Down a little bit. See? And then we'll put some on the inside too. So and I will be taking all the leaves off of all of these as we go. They just look very fake. And I definitely am not a fan of them. So, and I'm kind of wondering, I just take this and I cut this up. If maybe I can fit this on the inside. And kind of glue it together all in one chunk. See, and then just kind of, see? Then we can add these. Like maybe one right here. I've been forgetting to glue some stuff, so let's get that going before I forget where I left off. I forgot to glue that on too. Then we're going to throw one right here. Oh, and I forgot to glue those blue and purple on there, so that's okay. We will get that next. Blue. Down there. They don't need to be way down there. And then I have a purple right here. Okie dokie. And then that glued in. And over here, we're actually going to put this one like on this side. And see, it is getting a little harder because I do have glue and stuff there. A lot of that will be covered up once I have the bow on. You won't even see that glue. I'll put this one in there. And I'm going to have to clean my room tomorrow. I got a lot of stuff on the ground in here. My craft room is a mess. A mess, a mess, a mess. Okay. I'm going to add some purple on the side. And get a blue in there, and then one more purple. Okay. And we are going to throw some of these, I said, in between. So, that one right there. This is pretty full in itself. If I decide to, I can always throw one like right here. And I may just right in here. I think what we're going to do is we're still going to cut that flower off of here, because we cut it off the other one. I'll cut this down. And then I'm going to put that one. And we're going to get these kind of moving around a little bit more. I do want them to hang a little bit. And then we're going to throw this one on the inside like we did over there. I kind of don't like how this side is sitting. So, hi, Doreen. Hey, how are you? Oh, Miriam. Took a second. I was like, I know that name's familiar. Took me just a second to get it though. So. Thanks for hopping on. I got on late and then just been going. Like I said, like I think I said on the live yesterday, I haven't been giving this one as much love. So I definitely don't get as many people on here. Yeah, I make sure I'm actually gonna be doing it. How are you doing today? Yeah, and I knew, like you said, you had joined and you were one of the, there was a couple newer ones, but I peeked at your profile page and I seen like the gardens and stuff too, so I was like, oh, okay, so I figured it out. It just took a second to click. How are you doing today? How are all the kids? And Doreen, how are you doing? I don't know if she's still on or not, but I have a mess going on. I gotta clean up in here. Gotcha. No, I get it. That's what I have so far. I don't know if I'm really liking it though. I think it takes a lot of time to get like Facebook watchers and everything on here to watch lives and everything. And I'm doing good, keeping busy. Thank you. I don't know, there's just something I don't know about it. Eating pizza. Oh, I have to fold laundry too, and I don't wanna. I feel you. I'm kind of tired too. This one I might have went a little crazy on. Normally I don't fill them this full. Like, I like to have space and like all of that. I don't know. This one I just wanted to add a whole lot to. So, I feel like it kind of needs a big butt. Just that in there, and then I think it's pretty much done. I think I'm pretty much done with it. I'll look at it tomorrow again. See if I need to add some more flowers or anything. Oh, I got to add the bow though. And I mean, I suppose I could go get like a blue color, but I do have, or like a pinkish, but I have this purple that I really like with it. And I'm thinking about adding a neutral color. I don't need a whole lot. So, yeah, I almost completely forgot. Yeah, if I don't add a bow, you know there's something wrong. So, I was thinking about adding that just as like a neutral color. And that's why the spaces right here is for the bow. So I think what we'll do is we'll do the purple and we'll do the black and white. And then see how it looks on there. And if I don't like them together, I can always take off the black and white or even the purple. So maybe purple might be a little too much. Maybe it just needs a neutral color. We'll see. Yeah, there's very little I don't add a bow on. And if I'm not going to, I always say it at the beginning. So if I don't say anything and I end and there's no bow, be concerned. No, I'm just kidding. But something is definitely not normal. I'm going to do, I think I'm going to do 7 inches. It's now especially that I know how to make bows and I feel like I do good. Like, I think everything looks better with a bow. For me. I don't want anybody who watches this later that makes wreaths to think I'm insulting them. I promise you I'm not. So. I might do 3 loops each. Ugh. Girl, I just seen that. Girl, I don't even want to do my laundry. You think I'm going to do your laundry? No, they don't. And you know, before I knew how to do a bow and I would get so frustrated, I'd be like, oh, it doesn't need it. It looks just fine. And then once I started adding a bow, I realized that I was so wrong. And that most of them look funny without a bow. But you know, not everybody does a bow, and that's okay. I did 3 with the purple, and I might do like 2 loops with this one. This stuff has such good layer. This one's a deluxe. This one is still the D. Stevens, the black checkered one that I've been using a lot over on TikTok. And I think I still have another one because I didn't realize I had one and ordered another one. So yeah. Be ordering stuff without checking out anything, and then next thing I know, like, all of a sudden I have like 2 or 3 of the same. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Have fun with it. There is some ribbon I'm looking for. I don't know if you've seen my unboxing video over there, but the monster that I showed that we're going to be doing for Halloween, there's like 3 other monsters. I don't think I'm going to have enough, so I'm going to have to open my other one for right now. because I don't want to stop it. If they have like 2 or 3 other monsters that go with it, and I missed it on a live sale that I was watching, and they had the ribbon that matches those monsters. I only have one though, but I thought it would look so great, and I can't find it anywhere. So I gotta, and I didn't catch like, oh gotcha, and I didn't catch like who made it or whatever, because she just kind of talked about it, and then I'd seen it on her page and it was sold out, and I should have took a picture of it, you know, like all of that, and I didn't, and now I don't even know what it is, so I gotta keep looking for it because I want that for it. And then I have like lots of other fun ones, so I like having fun with ribbon. Like sometimes I know having all patterns and stuff is a lot, but I don't know. Oh, I guess I did use this one, not realizing that I had that one still. That's okay. Still enough on it. And so I'm hoping I can find, but I like it sometimes. Sometimes I do fun ones, and then I do, you know, plain ones. You see that. But I just really love all of the different and the fun ribbon I find. And have fun creating with it. So, that's just what I like. Then what I also like about this one too is, even though there's quite a bit of flowers and everything in them, I got them on a really, really good deal. So a lot of those flowers came from like, in the greenery that I have in there, came from like Ollie's. And they're really good flowers. So I'm thinking the tags they have on them, I think are from Joann's. So I think they're selling Joann's old stuff, like that's left over still. You know, so I'm very happy about that. So I'm hoping, I'm going to cut myself that way. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Aunt Doreen. Right? And of course, guess what I forgot? The pipe cleaners. Thank you. I appreciate it, Aunt Doreen. I'm glad you like watching. All right. Let's grab a pipe cleaner. I know. I wish I could come visit you guys over there. Hoping. Just right now, it just hasn't been a good time right now. So, I'm hoping soon. All right. So, you could put a zip tie on this too and put this behind it, but I'm just not doing that because I want to attach just this to it here. And those actually might be a little too big. We'll make them work. And then I'm going to use my little, if I can't get it through, I'm going to grab those little plastic needles and sift it through. Probably could have made them smaller. That's all right. But, ow. Andrew, what time is it at where you're at? So I know you're like a couple hours behind, but I always get confused if it's 2 or 3. So. Yeah, I think so pretty much. They're not as restrictive as like TikTok. TikTok drives me crazy. I'm still kind of careful. It's 9:46. You're what, an hour ahead of me? And then Doreen, they live in Oregon. So yeah, you're an hour ahead of me, Miriam. So my aunt is like 2 or 3 hours behind. I just can't remember which. Well, thank you for being on so late. I still am kind of careful, but like they don't stop you from like, because you say like TikTok or YouTube or anything. I just try not to use it as much. And like it seems like you can actually like talk about prices here and not have to worry about that either. So okay, so it's 8:46, you're 2 hours behind us. You've been to Oregon? Okay. You've been to Oregon, Miriam? Never gotten to be there. My dad went a lot, and then my oldest son went with him one time. And they had a lot of fun. They would take the train. Yeah, I'm usually up between like till like 11 and 1, I won't lie. My husband goes to bed like between 9 and 10 here, and then I'm usually up. Oh, that's cool. I wish I could do that. If I ever went, I'd have to take the train, because I would probably have to go without my husband. So it would just be too long of a drive for him, so I would have to go by myself to visit. So I don't know why it doesn't show. Like, I'm glad I have this up, because this is not showing any of your guys' comments. So I'm glad I'm up here. Okay, I'll remember that, Aunt Doreen. I'm trying to now, Aunt Doreen, because I have been, like, neglecting this one a little bit. So I'm trying to come on every Thursday at, like, 7 p.m. from now on. So that would be, like, 5 p.m. your time. Today I was running late because there's more wrong. Ooh, yeah, I took it, I would take it from Chicago to, like, Kansas when my husband was here before I moved here, because he had a car. It's fun, isn't it? I like the Amtrak. And then we're just dovetailing. And then the smaller one, I'm actually just going to cut at like an angle. And I purposely did these long because I kind of wanted them hanging down, but now I think they might be a little too long. And I think they're hiding a lot of our stuff here. So I really want to go see it. And then my friend in Washington, I think she's still in Washington, I'll talk to her anytime soon. I'd like to visit her. Oh, did it? Yeah, that's right. Because there were a few times where I got held back because they were taking so long to get through. I remember that now. Okay. So, that's the only annoying part, but I do like it. What I think I might do, what did I do with that blue flower? Here it is. Because this is purple and black, I might pull out this purple one. Let's see if I can get it out. And then just put that blue one here so it's not purple against, that's okay. We'll just cut it. And I'm sure I have another pick I can put it on. Thank you. I really do like it. So thank you, thank you. And then I think we're just going to kind of stick this one like right in here just to kind of break up that purple that's all right there. So see? This D. Stevens wire and ribbon is so stiff. Sometimes makes it a little hard to work with, but I do really like it. Thank you. Thank you, Aunt Doreen. Thank you, Miriam. Okay, so that is kind of where I'm looking, and I want to maybe take like, so I still have a little bit of this, and I'm not going to add this. I don't like those leaves. So I'm going to see, I might stick this pink like up in this area. Except I might have cut it too short. Let me see what I have. This one might be longer, so I think this one will work better. That hurt my hand. I forgot to put stuff on it before we came on here. It's doing a lot better, but it's still very, very sore. So, let's see. I do want to get it down in there and kind of have it like poke a little bit, or even move this a little bit so it can come forward. And then I can kind of glue it behind there. And then that way when it's up, you kind of see that in there too. What I also think I might do is maybe I will take, is this the only one I have left? Yes, I do have some of this purple. How much of this do I have? No. I'm going to take this. Thank you. Josh is doing good, Aunt Doreen. He's busy with work. He's probably downstairs right now playing video games while I'm on live. So, relaxing. I appreciate it, you too. Because like today I was running late. I did not get on here till almost like 7:30. And like on TikTok, it's a lot harder because, you know, there's so many of us watching that are, you know, East Coast, West Coast, all of that. So it's hard to find a good time for everybody, you know, because I know like Katrina likes to come on, but she's East Coast and she gets up late, or she gets up early, so she has to end it soon. Because I was going on at like 7:30 or 8, and then I just changed it because a lot of people were having to get off so quick. So I just went down like 7 o'clock. Or no, I went back to 7. I was doing 7, and then a lot of people, like, because when I first started, it took me a little bit longer to do the wreaths. So people on the East Coast, it was like 10, 10:30, and they had to get up early. And, you know, obviously, except for those that don't mind staying up, but, so I went to 6 o'clock for a while. But 6 o'clock was too hard with the way my husband's schedule is, because then like he would get home and I like to eat dinner with him, and I wouldn't be able to eat dinner with him, and I'd be rushing to have dinner cooked and everything, but also so it wasn't cold when he actually got home. And so I just decided that I'm going to just have to go back to 7 o'clock. My boys, Aunt Janine? Yeah, I hear from my boys a lot. And the little grandbaby. He has to call his Grammy. Whew. Girl. I used to do that, so I can't say much. I used to do that a lot. So I was just trying to find a happy medium, and I guess 7 o'clock is just the best thing I can do. And when people have to get up, have to get off, they just unfortunately have to, and then we just keep going. So I used to be a total night owl. I used to stay up till like you, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the morning, and then sleep till like noon. But since I started, especially since I started going live, it just isn't working with my schedule. So normally I'm up till about 11 to 1. And then I'm up usually between 7 and 9. You don't get much sleep, do you? No, Doreen, I talk to all my boys quite often. We message. Drew FaceTimes me with Boo so I can talk to him. He'll ask to talk to his Grammy. And then Hans, I try to at least once a week. He's just very busy with work and stuff. So, and then Nate, we message almost every day. Woo! Girl, I feel for you. That's gonna be rough. Getting up that early, or are you just used to it? And then Antarine, Philip, and David. I talk to Philip every few days. David, here and there. So, yeah. Sometimes he does. Is he at work today? He might be at work today. He doesn't really pop on my Facebook ones. Yeah, that's true. They do. He just mainly hops onto my my TikTok ones. It's very rare he comes on these ones. Look at how like good of a curl that is. Because if you see, as I'm rolling it, it's just, I'm not even really having to do much to get it there. So he's more of a TikTok person. No, 2 live in Wisconsin, 1 lives in West Virginia. So we go home to Wisconsin for like Christmas. Just give me a second. I'm just trying to get this up because there's a lot going on here, and then I'll show you guys a little bit better. For Christmas in Wisconsin, and usually one time in the summer. So like we're gonna go up there in July and see them, and then in October we're gonna go to my son in West Virginia. It's his birthday's in October. My grandson, we call him Boo because we thought he was going to be born on Halloween. So we got the nickname Boo. And then, thank you. And then he was born November 4th. So he just Boo kind of stuck with them. And so like we're going to go visit them right around that time and maybe do a little Christmas. But I think the following year, I think we're going to go to West Virginia because I would like to be with Boo for Christmas and maybe just go back and forth just to make it fair. So I haven't been able to be out there for Boo's birthday, unfortunately, and he's going to be 3 this year, so at least I'll be out there around it. But I just want to get all that up. I felt like there was a big mess, and I felt like it was interfering. My ring light just went off. So I got dark on one side. So that is what we have. I'll kind of bring it closer so you can see each side. No, his official name is, Thaddeus. But his nickname, it's Boo. So we just call him Boo. Well, I call him Boo. His mom calls him Boo Boo sometimes. And then his, thank you. I love you too, Aunt Doreen. And then his, my brother will call him Monkey sometimes because he, like, climbs all over everything. But he'll also use Boo. He's a crazy 3-year-old. So do your older kids still live near you? Just out of curiosity? Hope you don't mind me asking. I love you too very much, Aunt Doreen, and I miss you. I'm going to try to get out there. Do they? Aw. I mean, I call my middle son, Nate, that you know from TikTok, I call him Boo too. And my oldest is always like, oh, that's weird. You call your grandson Boo. I was like, yeah, but I called my child it first. So they both can be Boo. And then Drew, he's Andrew, so we just call him Drew. And, oh, that's awesome. I'm so glad all your children are with you. And then Hans, he just gets called Hans, unfortunately. We used to call him Hansi Bear when he was real little, and when he was getting closer to school time, we started calling him Hans, and he would get mad and be like, my name's Hansi Bear. So, what are your kids' nicknames? Yeah, Boo and Boo too, right? If you don't mind me asking. I love hearing other people's kids' nicknames. It's so cute. No, it's kind of hard to do a nickname, and he doesn't really like nicknames. Like, I can't remember. I called him something, and he was like, really, Mother? So he likes to call me Mother, so I just kind of stick with Hans. And, I don't know, Drew, we just called Drew. People wanted to call him Andy, but I didn't think he was an Andy. I thought he was a Drew, so he stayed Drew. I love when they have nicknames. It's so cute. Oh, I love him. See, so my son's not the only one who calls his child Monkey. I'm always afraid, like, someone's gonna get offended by it, and I'm like, that's not just because he climbs all over everything and jumps everywhere. So he'll be like, Monkey. Do you? That's funny. Yeah, he likes to call me Mother. And then my Nate will call me Mother when he's annoyed with me. And then Drew just says, I'm not dealing with this. They got their personalities. Aww. I think that's all I have. We got to talking and kind of forgot I was done. But I think that's it for today. So I'll be on TikTok tomorrow at 7 as normal. Thaddeus Andreen will be 3 in November. Yeah, like, I'm sorry, the nicknames just don't go away. I think I've been calling Nate Boo for a really, really long time. And, like, I'll call him Nate. And he gets his full name when, like, I'm irritated with them. But just the nicknames, man. He's a hyper child, too. My grandson. But he's so sweet. Oh, I like it. I really do. Jiggly, I like that. I know Doreen didn't. He's grown up fast. I get to FaceTime him, or like he'll ask to talk to me, and so Drew will FaceTime me. He'll be like, "Hi, Grammy," and I'm like, "Hi, Boo, how are you?" And he'll be like, "Grammy, watch this," and he'll jump in a ball pit, or like he knows all the dinosaurs' names, so he'll show me his dinosaurs and tell me their names, and it's just really cute. Look, Miriam, I feel no matter how old our kids get, I have to put stuff on that again, they're always going to have nicknames, except for poor Hans, because he doesn't allow me to. But they're always going to have nicknames. They're our children. I will sometimes call Hans child. When he says mother, I'll say child. So, yeah. Well, I guess that's all I have, everybody. Thank you for being on. I do appreciate it. And I will talk to you soon, Doreen. I should be on next Thursday around 7 if you want to come on. I can message you to let you know for sure when I'm going on and everything. Right? Does that sound good, Aunt Doreen? But otherwise, hopefully I'll see you tomorrow, Miriam. No real time. Thanks for joining me on the live here. I appreciate it. And Doreen, I'll talk to you soon. I loves you. Otherwise, you all have a good night. I'm going to go spend a little time with my husband before he goes to sleep. Then maybe work in here a little bit because it's trashed. Thank you. I hope you have a great night too. Thank you. And then I might work on start working on my custom wreath later. So we'll see. Otherwise, I'll work on it tomorrow. But y'all have a great night, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.